Senator Dianne Feinstein speaking today, commenting on Mayor Bob Filner's status. Communications strategist Tony Manolatos is here this morning to tell us why he thinks some civic leaders haven't taken a stand just yet against the mayor, and also because you are an expert in crisis communications, and that is definitely what's happening on at City Hall.
Absolutely.
To give us your take on how everything was handled this week. And what a week it was. It started with Gloria Allred in this press conference,
right,
and one of the alleged victims coming forward. If you're handling press for someone like the mayor and a situation like that occurs, what's going through your head as a strategist on how you can respond to something as powerful as that?
Well, I'm thinking about calling in sick.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm sure.
Just like you said, just a crazy, crazy week. The week prior to that, almost as crazy. It's been a bad stretch for the mayor. It's been a bad stretch for San Diego, and Dianne Feinstein, Bill Maher's talking about us.
Right.
This is crisis communication, full throttle, definitely. I think what he did on Friday, he should have done 2 weeks ago. I think his ship has sailed. I think the only thing that's going to placate the majority of San Diegans is his resignation.
Right. But if you're dealing with someone and you're handling, say, a company or a corporation where a CEO or somebody who runs a business really doesn't feel that they necessarily have to step aside, they want their due process, they feel like they'll be justified, and they are staunch in staying no matter what anyone says, how do you advise that person?
Yeah, a couple things. I do think that he is stubborn and he's not going anywhere. And plus, as we read today in the UT Logan Jenkins column, he still has some support. So he's not completely isolated. So if I'm advising him, I'm telling him to be honest, to be open, to be transparent, to be apologetic, to be sincere. And he started to do those things on Friday, but he didn't take any questions.
Right.
He's in trouble in other areas, not just this area. So it's going to be a very tough road. A lot of distractions ahead for him in San Diego.
You talked a little bit about support. The people that are supporting him and saying that he should stay in office, or at least letting him continue to, react in the way he is.
Right.
Why are those people doing that? What's the motive behind some of the people that are behind him right now?
Politics, definitely. So you have the labor groups that have really been silent, and silence speaks volumes right now. You have two councilwomen who are still in his corner, Myrtle Cole and Marty Emerald. Marty went as far as a couple weeks ago to call the mayor courageous for admitting his faults. And then tacitly, you have the Democratic Party. Francine Busby, who heads the Democratic Party here in San Diego, said recently to the New York Times and others that, well, we may reconsider our call to ask him to resign.
And they did. They
did ask him to resign, and then she did say, well, no, we're not going to reconsider it, but she's on record now today in Logan's column as saying they're not going to push a recall. So Bob isn't completely isolated yet, and I don't know that he ever will be. So again, if I'm advising him from a communication strategist standpoint, I'm telling him you need to be honest, you need to be open, you need to be upfront with folks, you need to be sincere. Will that be enough? I don't think so. I think what he's done is you just can't get over that from a PR standpoint. Due process, he deserves due process in the courts.
But in the court of public opinion?
Yeah, his due process his due process tank is on empty in the court of public opinion.
All right, Tony Manolatos, thank you so much for coming in. Interesting perspective. And of course, we want to let our viewers know we have asked the mayor to come